Dying question for many people. Can I really make my hair grow faster? Is that a possibility? Or is it just kind of a thing people say is possible, but it's a losing game? I'm gonna tell you kind of the stages of hair to give you a little bit of an idea of what the hair on your head is really going through that you don't even know about. We're not gonna get scientific because for me, not everybody, that's boring, but I am gonna break it down in very easy terms so you can understand. Typically, on average, your hair grows about 1/2 inch a month. Again, that's on average. Some may grow faster, some are a little bit slower, but did you know it's because it depends on which phase you are in during your hair life cycle. What are those phases? What are those phases? What are those phases? Well, there's technically 1 to 3, some say 4 stages of your hair's life cycle. First of all, you have your active growth, which about 90% of your hair is in that stage. Your hair follicles will all do something very, very different. Not every hair on your head is going through the same life cycle. So remember that. So that's why sometimes you'll see all of a sudden you have tons of like little hairs randomly all over your head. It's because your hair will shed and grow at different times, but we'll get back to that later. Typically this lasts anywhere between 2 to 5 years. And again, 90% of your hair is like that. So this is the longest stage of your hair. And then we're gonna go to stage 2. That's your transitional phase. So typically, depending on your hair, it's about 2 weeks and about 5% of your hair on your head is going through this. What is that? Well, it's really kind of not really a crazy stage. Your hair just slowly stops growing. It's almost kind of like slightly going into a little bit of a hibernation. Your hair follicle kind of shrinks and it's getting ready for that shedding phase. Next, you have, again, scientists are kind of debating on whether the resting phase and the shedding phase are in the same kind of 3 stages, but I'm gonna say we have 4 total. So the third one is your resting phase. So this one lasts about 3 months, and this is typically about 15% of the hair on your head. So it's not really doing anything. It's not growing, it's not shedding, it's just kind of sitting there. Then you have the hair shedding phase. So when you're shampooing your hair or brushing your hair, that is helping that hair kind of fall out of your head and get ready for new growth. Typically that lasts about 2 to 5 months. Again, everybody is very different. It just kind of depends on what your hair tends to do. And you will lose around 50 to 100 hairs a day. So sometimes people will freak out because all of a sudden you see all this hair falling out and you're going, oh my gosh, I'm losing my hair. How in the heck do I get this stuff to grow? So what disrupts this life cycle? Because again, typically everybody goes through these stages. Oh shoot, no, don't go. All right, let's talk about what disrupts this. So stress is a major one. Eating kind of autoimmune disease or kind of health stuff that you're going through, medication will also do that. And vitamin deficiencies. So super, super important to take care of your body, your mind, all those things. It's super weird. I always tell people like, well, don't stress out. It's like, well, how do you do that? For me personally, working out, getting outside, doing the things that make you happy will really help your hair from not shedding or going into those other life cycles that you don't want it to do. All right, so you're watching this video because you want to know, like, is it possible to grow my hair? Well, I'm going to give you the true things that are going to actually help your hair grow. All right, so getting trims. Again, I just told you about all these phases and your hair grows from your scalp out. So how is a trim gonna help your hair grow? Well, if you have super dry ends, say you use a heating tool every single day on your hair and your ends are super, super dry, if those are just breaking off and snapping off because you're not getting your hair trimmed often enough, then it's not gonna seem like your hair is growing. I mean, it's growing out from here, but it's breaking at the ends. So trims really help keep those ends super, super clean, crisp, and straight across. Again, your hair grows 1/2 inch a month. So if you go in every, say, 6 weeks and you're only cutting 1/4 of an inch off your hair is still gonna grow even with those trims. Now let's talk about a healthy scalp. I always recommend all my clients, anybody that watches any of these videos, of not washing your hair every day. Some of you may say, well, that's nasty. How are you gonna have a healthy scalp? I swear by shampooing your hair twice. Get that thing super squeaky clean, especially if you're not washing every day. Take a brush, really brush that scalp, shampoo twice so you're getting all that dirt, oil, any kind of hair product off your scalp, and that's gonna promote a really healthy, clean scalp. So then your hair follicles are happy and they will continue to grow. All right, let's talk about the vitamin deficiencies that I said that will disrupt your hair growth. Make sure you are going into your doctor and seeing what things your bodies are lacking. So you can take vitamins like biotin or iron to make sure that you're getting the proper nutrients for your body and for your hair. There are certain vitamins that you can take if you are low. Again, like I said, iron's super important. Vitamin D is very important. Vitamin C is very important for your hair as well. And omega-3s. Omega-3s are super important for creating a very kind of those healthy fats and oils. And when your hair is very soft and feels good and your scalp feels good, that creates a perfect breeding ground for healthy hair that is not dry. If you have ever watched this channel before, I talk a lot about like castor oil or rosemary, and I've done a couple of videos about healthy scalp and what you can put on your hair to kind of get those hairs to grow. Those can help your scalp because it creates a healthy anti-inflammatory on your scalp. So then it is a perfect kind of recipe for those hair follicles to thrive. So rosemary and castor oil are really good kind of things that you can implement in your scalp routine to create a super, super clean, healthy, happy scalp for that hair growth that you want. All right, now that I broke down all those great tips, hopefully you will be able to create the perfect scalp and hair life cycle that you want to get that hair to grow. Again, if you have any questions about what I talked about in this video, leave them down in the comment box below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.